planted.
Shutting them down. Flashbang.
D, are we live?
Yeah.
Alright. An unfortunate late start. Case is 4-1 in this series, and it looks like both teams are buying out here. Case has been making clean plays and playing a very strong defense into this red team. This is first time that red team has won a round, most recent. Red team making a slow push to A site. KO knife coming out towards top, not spotting anybody. Breach smokes down. Push towards A. Breach ulti coming out. KO finding one on backside. KO finding two on backside. Looking for a third. Switching to classic. Enemy KO finding one. Sage finding KO on backside. Planting spike now. Chamber waiting for a moment, breaking the Sage wall. Sage ulti coming out on Breach. Brim ulti coming out. Picking one. Unfortunately, Chamber falls. Looks like a rough attack for Case. KO finding one more. Raze on top. Getting picked. Unfortunate. Red team wins round. Case is 4-2 currently. They still have pretty good eco. Maybe looking for a save round here instead of a buy. Both ecos are quite low currently, with Red having about 5,000 creds in bank. Case having two ultis, as the other team also has two. Reyna and KO for red side, and Sage and KO for blue side. As I say that, KO ulti coming out from red side as they push B site. It was an early ulti to try to make room. Sage finding one. The KO ulti doing work, spotting out the locations of the defenders. Chamber getting picked. 2 down for Case, 3 down for Case. KO with the double kill. Sage with a double kill. Sage with a triple, flawless for attackers there. The KO ulti early did help them entry onto site. It was a good push. Case now looking to stop this win streak here going on. We have a pretty good eco. Buys coming out from both sides here. Case a bit less of money. They're currently looking for something, even picks, just to get more creds in their account. Red team has been grouping up for the site they push and 5-manning it. There was a round 2 where they decided to split, and it worked out not too well in their favor. KO knife coming out. Spotting nobody, unfortunately. Sites are split here with 3 on A site and 2 on B site. Pick coming out. Braid finding a pick onto the Sage here. Reyna Blind coming out towards A site. Both Reyna Blinds out towards A site. Raze moves away. Raze ulti coming out. Just tagging Reyna, about half health here. Boombot coming out, being shot instantly. Case knows that they are on both sides here. Chamber finding one on B site. Nothing but a waiting game currently. Raze unfortunately getting picked by Reyna up top. KO knife coming out. KO getting a pick on B site on Sage. Currently playing this slow push game, waiting for someone to slip up. Omen finding a pick for Case. Omen looking for 2 here. Omen unfortunately getting picked by Breach. We still have 1 on A site. KO holding a tight angle. Red team KO finding 1. It is a 1v2 for Case here as they push B site.
30 seconds left.
Case may be forced to save here. There may be a hope. As KO slowly rotates towards B. KO knife from a red side coming out. Finding no one. Flash coming out. Finding no one as well. The plant. 13 seconds left in the round. The plant coming down from Breach.
10 seconds
No
left.
ultis here on either side. as red team looks to set up their defense for the spike. KO playing aggro here, looking to win this, finding the breach. Unfortunately missing, breach util coming out. KO looking for a pick, throwing flash out. Sees the KO on backside,
Remaining.
gets one. KO falls off heaven, looking for a second. Throws Blash out. Blinds the breach, looking for defuse here. Gets it halfway. Looks for pick. Case KO clutching up and picking a 2v1 for Case. The 9-5 KO. Beautiful plays here from both sides. KO actually doing amazing there. Case's eco is now looking a lot better with that win in their pockets. Both teams should be looking for a bye here, I believe. If KO light buys coming out. Spectres and heavy from Case's side. And we are looking for Vandal heavies from red side. Both sides in good shape here. This is still an early match. We are still in the first half of the round. Chamber ulti coming out from Case side, while in mid being shot down instantly as red team looks to attack from there. KO knife coming out, spotting no one. Reyna blind coming up in the air. Raise nade coming down, tagging 2. Tagging 3. As they slow push through mid. KO finding 1. Case's KO finding one in ropes, sorry. Sage slow pushing. Looking for something here. Sage and Reyna trading shots here. Reyna blind coming out from red side. Sage playing it smart, backing up, waiting for that. Unfortunate, Reyna is finding a pick here. Reyna ulti into the Omen blind. Reyna is spraying. Omen picks up the Vandal from Sage. Knife out. Reyna finding 2. Chamber ulti from downtown hits 1. Reyna's in a bad spot here. Reyna being picked by Frayed. Red team now being eliminated. Raze cleaning up with the chamber shot. Beautiful plays from Case. It was a very clean round. Chamber playing slow with the ulti. Everybody did very well and cleaned up that fast push. Reyna ulti is now down, although it is only 6 points. Remember, you can get points by planting spike, getting kills, or I believe winning rounds. It was good plays. Duelist ultis are the most valuable because they can make space for your team to push onto side. We are now looking at 2 ultis for Case's side, one ulti from red side. The 5-man push onto B side here for red team. Breach ulti coming out, Reyna flash coming out. Both Reyna flashes out at this point as they make their way onto site. Case giving them room, Omen smoke coming out, Riz boombot and grenade coming out. Omen blind going a bit high but still hitting Reyna. We're looking for a slow game here as the Case tries to retake. Omen ulti coming out. KO nade going a bit wide. Omen looking for a flank here onto red team. Breach, I believe, is going to catch that. Brimstone, sorry. 2 picks coming out from Case's side. Red picking 1. Brimstone catching the Omen flanking. Shots coming out. Chamber falling. Sage finding 1 up top. And I believe they're spotted out. Trading, unfortunately. KO getting the raise and KO getting the other KO. Brimstone Molly coming down. Sage, unfortunately, dying to the Brimstone Molly. Oh, Brim Molly getting a double. Double there. Brimstone getting a triple in the round. Unfortunately dies to spike explosion. Red team does... Red team does have enough to buy here. Case looking a bit more for a lighter round, looking for an eco, I believe. It is a close game here, actually. Case winning the first 4 rounds. Red team taking 3, Case taking 2, and then red team taking this new most recent round. There is again a 5-man push looking for ace. KO knife coming out. I believe at least spotting the brim. Beautiful. Omen smoke coming out to play more slowly. Discourage that push on A side. Red team is playing very slow. We are looking for a slow push, I believe, on A side. Case knows they are there. Maybe looking for a potential rotate. Chamber finding 1 on Sage. Beautiful. There is now no one more on B site. Case still holding it, just in case, to make sure no rotates happen. There is a Sage wall mid, preventing them from red team from pushing mid lane here. Mid lane, sorry. Been playing too much League. Ray's finding one here on A site. KO. Breach climbing up ropes to look for an A site push, maybe. Sage finding another one here. Case is 3 picks in. And then red team has still not made entry onto site. We may be looking for a save round here, as Case is becoming more aggressive, looking to close up this round. Both red side. Oh, Breach finding a pick onto our Rays. They now know where they are, though. They know that this is going to be an A side push. Brim smokes coming down. Omen smokes trading. Breach abilities coming out. Breach flash out. Finding nobody, unfortunately. KO flash out. They now know where red team is. Case is ready for this. Case is surrounding them. Case. KO finding one pick. Spike is down. Breach has to push for this. Breach finding one. KO finding a second. KO double kill. Beautiful round. Case played incredibly clean, waiting for picks, and they found it. Red team was... sorry. Talking too fast. Red team there was playing a bit slow and getting picked off eventually by Case. One by one. Sage having a, Case and Sage having an ulti here. It looks like Raze is close to ulti as well. Red team has 2 ultis ready. We have a Brimstone, yes, Brimstone and a KO ulti. As they look for a B push, I believe there was going to be an early KO ulti again. There it is. The KO using ulti early in the round, spotting, KO knife spotting one. Reyna blind coming out, Omen smoke coming out. Everybody knows that this is a B side push now. Trades coming out, Chamber for Chamber picking Brim, and Reyna picking Chamber. In the smokes, Omen finds one. There is now a... Oh, Reyna wall coming out. Raze, ulti coming out. Looking for at least one. Finding one. Raze is back on the ground. Raze finds 2, one with ulti. Unfortunately getting picked by Reyna. It is now a 3v1 situation for this Reyna. Getting picked by KO. Beautiful round for Case. 4-1, 7-4. End of this half. The round will be ending... It is now 8-4 in Case's favor as we go into the next half. Talking this fast does hurt your voice. I'm gonna get some water very quickly. Make sure to hydrate everybody. This game could go on for a bit longer. Both teams here buying Ghost. It should look like a 5-man on A site here. Case having 2 on A site, 2 on B site, as red team is looking for a 5-man rush to A. Both teams do have to play a bit safer as we have no armor. This is round 1 for the second half, meaning both teams will have a very light amount of money to spend. No armor, but util should be ready. Round is starting here now. KO knife coming out. Both KO knives coming out. Brimstone smokes coming out as well. Neither KO knife finding either, I believe. KO finding 1 pick on half a heart. That was beautiful. Breach looking for... oh, KO falling, unfortunately, to the Sage. Case does know that they are now stacked on A site. Case all rotated over, ready for something. KO flash coming out. Sage looking away from it. Finding the KO through the flash. Beautiful plays here from Case's side. Chamber finding one from downtown with the Ghost. Sorry. Sage wall coming up, denying that A site push. They will have to go a longer way around now if they would like to look for A site. I believe this will be a rotate through mid. They are slowly pushing so that the Case does not know where they are going. Case in a good shape here. 3v3. Sage a bit low on health, but that's okay. Sage has the ability to heal other players and herself. Omen smoke coming out. Sage spotting it. Case now knows the location of at least the Omen. Knows that they are looking mid here. Chamber and Omen watching mid. Sage unfortunately falling to the Omen headshot. Our Breach finding a pick onto the sorry, I've been looking at the wrong teams.
Player standing. Spike
It is a 2v1 situation for Case now. Chamber and Sage. Oh, our Chamber finding a 3k. Beautiful plays here. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong sides here. Case is doing incredibly well, finding a 3k that round for Chamber. He will have a bit of extra money to spend for those. Kills are rewarded in this game. I believe at about 100 creds per kill. Case is now looking for a push to A side again, I believe. They are stacking up here. Sage carrying Spike. We'll look to play a bit slower carrying Spike to make sure it can get down. And round is starting here. KO looking for a knife lineup here.
Enemy suppressed.
Defender KO knife coming out. Finding, I believe, at least 2 here. Brim smokes coming out. Ray's Boombot coming out. Both Ray's Util coming out. She only has blast packs left. Boombot unfortunately being destroyed. Ray's checking corners. Looking for a bit of a trade here with KO. In a good spot. Defenders do only have pistols. Case decided to buy out. Good decisions. Ray's getting the ulti orb. That will give her 1 point in her ulti. Chamber finding a pick here onto the KO. Top is now clear for Case if they decide to push. Looking still for that shorter and quicker option.
Suppress it.
KO knife coming out again to spot the defenders left on A site. We are looking at a possible rotate to B site as Raze is already there clearing it for Case. Sage does still have the spike lagging slowly behind, planting it onto B site. Defenders do not look like they have much of an idea of where Case is. They heard it. Raze is looking for a couple clean kills here. Catching the Brimstone catching Brimstone and Sage with his knife out. Breach Util coming out, stunning the Raze. Raze finding a triple here in defender spawn. KO unfortunately falling to Reyna here. Reyna, last one left for defenders. Catching Raze catching it. Raze catching 4K here. Case, Raze, Alex Frayed catching a 4K here with all their knives out. Beautiful plays here from Case. That was a great rotate. I need some water again. My voice is not ready for this. Defenders are a bit chatty today, but that is okay. It looks like both teams are looking to buy here with heavy shields and at least a semi-decent weapon.
Can I get a drop?
Defenders KO now looking for a B-site knife. Waiting for it. Throwing it out. I believe spotting 3 members of Case there, knowing that Case is going to try to push this B-site. Ray's unafraid of the knife, sheriff in hand, is looking for a pick here. Finding Reyna, trading. Dealing a bit of damage. Brimstone, defender Brimstone smokes coming out. Ray's nade coming out. Reyna blind coming out as well. Ray's taking ult orb. Ray's is now 1 away from ulti. If it finds this pick, will be enough. Throwing Boombot out to check to see if anybody is there. Boombot attaching, knowing KO is now near. Knowing there's at least 2 on this site. Ray's still sheriff in hand, checking this. Ray's Sage, defender Sage getting a double kill. Frayed finding 1. Frayed now has ulti. He could look for an aggressive play here, looking to ult heaven. Brimstone catching 1. KO trading the Brimstone. Knife, KO flash coming out. We are just looking for a retake here for Case. Ulti is still available for Raze. Knife coming out. Spotting, I believe, unfortunately getting shot before it could be spotted. Raze looking to swing. Breach finding 1. Defender Sage finding a triple kill there. Beautiful plays from both sides. Raze holding on to that ulti. Maybe looking for a better opportunity to use it than a retake. Right. Remember, if you decide to cast, drink some water. It hurts your throat to talk this fast and to talk this loud. But you gotta be excited. This is the first scrim of the Valorant Valorant pilot season, sorry. Tryouts were over about a week ago. I am excited to be here. This is honestly an amazing opportunity to be able to cast. KO knife coming out from defenders, not spotting anybody. Case playing it slow. Chamber placing TPs down. Case, ooh, first shots of the round being fired. Raze ulti coming out. Looking for somebody. Both blast packs being used. The movement on this Raze is amazing. Ulti coming in to smoke. Not damaging anybody, unfortunately. Brimstone Molly coming out to ward Case off from trying to push. Shots being exchanged right now. None exactly hitting. Boombot coming out, trying to look for somebody. Not being spotted, being shot unfortunately. Sage, defender Sage finding 1. Raze nade coming out, tagging KO. Chamber finding the cleanup on Sage. KO knife coming out, finding 3 I believe. Omen finding 1, Sage finding 1, enemy KO finding 1 as well, unfortunately. These are trades coming out. Case is 3-2 right now. Enemy KO finding a double, looking for a triple here, knows that Raze is here.
Enemy remaining.
Our Sage finding a pick on KO, beautiful plays here. There is now one left on site here. Sage does have Spike, they do have the option to either try to rotate or push. It is the rotate option. Brimstone will be caught here. He will have to make the decision on to save his weapons, which he only does have a classic. He could look to find a gun up top and try to push site with it. Spike is coming down with about 11 seconds left in the round. We are now looking for a defusal situation where we have Brimstone pushing from CT spawn with only a classic in hand, a classic and a dream to 1v2. Looking for anything in up top currently. I believe finding 2 Phantoms here. I believe Brimstone is choosing the option to save. Does not seem to be trying to fight this. I think he's accepting that the round may be too risky, and it may be cheaper. Unfortunately, I have guessed too early. Brimstone deciding to push onto site, going through ropes. Spike being detonated, Case winning the round. Brimstone ended up saving the Vandal there, which is a good play sometimes if you realize the round may not be winnable. You can save something, so you can pick it up and take it to the next round, which will allow you to keep that and not have to waste credits on it next round. It's a good play, and it was a beautiful play from Brimstone to save there. Case is winning the round 11-5. Case looking to wrap this one up quickly. Here, this game does go to 13. We are looking for quite possibly an early chamber ulti from Case coming out. I do love that line. KO flash coming out, blinding nobody, I believe. Brimstone smokes coming down. Defender KO finding a pick. Sage slows coming out, trying to stop Case from pushing so fast. Chamber does still have ulti. KO flash coming out, finding no one. Reyna blind coming out, trying to aggressively push KO. KO is kind of caught here. He can swing and pick the Reyna at least. Reyna is no cover. 4 for defenders. Reyna getting the pick on KO. That was a good fight there. Omen looking to find Breach. Breach finding the pick with a judge in ropes.
Player standing. Spike
It is a 1v5 for the Chamber with ulti. He could look for a play here. Vandal coming out in hand. Unfortunate. Reyna, defender Reyna finding a 3k on to Case here. That was a good play from both sides. Case could look for a more passive play here now. They did use a lot of util trying to stop Case from pushing. They could look to bait that out and then push a different site. We shall see. Case going with an eco as defenders go for a buy. Eco usually means you have less credits, so you will have less powerful equipment. Which means you have to play kind of more passive, looking for picks, looking to pick up weapons that the team that bought out did buy. Defender Sage Wall coming out in mid, KO knife, spotting nobody on B site. Case looking for a 4-man to B, as Chamber holds mid. KO, I believe, will be getting caught in this corner here. Knife coming out, spotting. Beautiful Sage, finding one. They do now have a Vandal in hand that the KO dropped. KO util being burnt here. Pushing onto site. Case does make it onto site. Raise nade coming out up top. Finding, I believe, at least some damage here on Breach. Case finding 2 picks here. Onto the Sage, onto the Breach. Slow coming out from Case's side to try to push this, stop this Brimstone from pushing. Smoke's coming down. On backside, making Case play up more. Brimstone finding one, being traded by the Sage. Knife coming out, spotting Reyna. Knows she is up top. Has ulti though. It may be a choice to use it here and try to just clean up this round.
one enemy
Case finding the eco round. Thrifty means that they spent less credits this round, but did win it. Case surviving and having better weapons. It is now a full buy round, no matter if you have the credits for it or not. You need to buy equipment last round. Case wins this. That will be, I believe, this game. Both teams here are playing incredibly well. I have the honor of casting the first pilot game for WIHSEA. It is an honor to be here. I am Jay. I am Coldy Cold. I have played on a couple esports teams before. We just went to state for Smite. Anyways, let's get into the round. KO knife coming out on A site, not spotting anybody. Case expecting it at this point. Shots coming. I believe Chamber finding one onto stage here. As Case decides to look for a mid play instead. Chamber finding the pick. Raise nade coming out. Covered by an Omen smoke. Reyna blind coming out from defenders. Case decides to not push mid and decide to push B. Case's KO ulti coming out. Having to run through Brimstone Molly. Unfortunate. KO getting knocked down. KO in ulti means he still can be rezzed by a teammate. Unfortunately, Ray's getting picked here too. Omen pushing close. 3k for Case, 4k, 5k, Case wins the round.
Attackers win.
Chamber with a 4k there. Sage cleaning up the last. Beautiful plays from both sides here. What a great game to watch and cast. Again, I have been Jay, Coldy Cold, and that was truly an amazing game to watch. I believe we should do some interviews here. I believe I will try to get one of the players on. Just bear with me for a minute. I will try to get somebody, and I need some more water again. Casting does hurt your throat. I'm speaking very loudly and fast. I believe this series was a best of one. That is all right. Case does win the game. It was, I believe, 13-6, 13-5. Both teams playing well. I will have to try to find a way to get interviews to happen here. And if people even do want to interview, we shall see. I guess I should give some backstory for while we wait to see if anyone wants to do interviews. I am again, I am Jay Coldy Cold. I am a sophomore. I have played in 3 competitive games this year. I played Overwatch, I played Smite, and I played League of Legends. We went to state for 2 of them. Most recently Smite, coming home with the 2nd place that I am proud of. Sorry, I cannot multitask. I was trying to text back to see if we can do interviews here. I was actually... So I was the off-tank for Overwatch. I am the support for League of Legends, and I was the mid laner for Smite. Those were all very, very fun short seasons. I believe they were 8 weeks, and then state. I attended state in person for both of them, and I had a blast meeting new people and getting to spend the day with a game I love and with my friends that I also love. I believe Valorant should be getting added. Not to jinx it. Alright, we're gonna look to do some interviews now. Should see you guys in a second. So, how are you guys feeling about that? What was your
It was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. It was a good game.
There were no callouts, just screams.
We were trying so hard not to cuss the whole time because Mr. V just stayed in there. Like our normal callouts, just screaming in curse words. That's all it is. Oh Lord. But yeah, that was a fun game. We did pretty good. Chilling.
I think so. I think it was a fun game to watch. So did you guys have any strategy going into it, like drafting comps, or was it just kind of whatever happened happened?
Well, we have been
Run.
practicing a little bit as. Oh, shut up. We have been practicing a little bit as a team, like team comp wise, but we kind of just mixed it up a little. Well, not too much today, and then we're just you guys play A, you guys play B, and hope they don't go mid, pretty much.
Nice, dude. Nice. So, I guess how are you feeling about WIHSEA potentially adding Valorant?
I'm very excited for that, honestly.
Yeah,
It'll be very fun next year.
next year we're both trying out.
That's
Get
nice.
my
That's nice.
varsity letter.
You do get a varsity letter for playing on a varsity team. So, you know, sorry. Let me drink some more water. My throat is killing me today.
Gotta stay hydrated.
I was eating
How are you guys
Sweetie
feeling going
snacks.
like I guess not to repeat my question, but were you guys like were you nervous? Were you like excited going into this like what was going through your minds?
We did look at the levels that they were, and they had like a level 250 and a level 179, and that was a little scary, but besides that, we were pretty confident in like our team's ability and comp overall.
After the first round, I was like, all right, we got this.
So how did you guys get into Valorant? What like originally did you
CS:GO.
find charm?
Yeah, Counter Strike, and then I played Valorant because it has cool colors.
Fair enough. I think most people got into it because it was like, ooh, CS:GO, but colorful.
Yeah, I feel like it was like Overwatch players and CS:GO players had something in common with this game because it was like that's kind of like the child of the two. Well, sort of, with the abilities and stuff. So
Hmm,
pretty easy game to get into. Kind of hard learning curve, but otherwise pretty good game.
of course. So how do you guys think you did as a team today?
We definitely could have done better, but we did pretty okay.
I was just messing around, if I'm gonna be honest. I was just ego peeking him and throwing up a wall every round and calling it a day.
I noticed that. I believe both stages actually decided to wall mid consistently every round.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Walling Min's a goated strat on split.
It is. It is a. It is. Um, that KO matchup made it a little bit hard to tell whose knife was who while watching. I believe
Yeah.
there were a couple mirror picks. There was a Sage, a KO, and I believe Breach matching.
Um, I don't
We
think
had
I have a breach.
I played Chamber. Otherwise I would have been matching with Breach.
I see. I see. So, I believe that is all the questions I have for you guys. Thank you for taking the time to answer them.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
glad to be here.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Reminder that we do have a gold versus green scrim coming up shortly here. That is an internal scrim between our two teams. Our Valorant Gold and our Valorant Green. And remember to check out all our socials. I believe they should all be under case HS Legends. Twitter, TikTok. What else do we got? Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch. Maybe MySpace. Maybe MySpace if you still have it. We might have one. I'll have to ask. And if not, I'll have to ask to set one up. I believe that is all until we do have to until we have that scrim. Again, I have been your caster, Jay. and I need to go get some water. So I will be back shortly. All right, we are back. We are doing an internal scrim, case v case. This is the Valorant Gold and Valorant Green. Again, I am your caster. I will be trying to make sure I do not lose my voice throughout this game. Picks coming in here, slowly rolling in. We have a bit of a more defensive comp coming out from the side of Valorant Green. We have a Sage, a Killjoy, a Skye, a Reyna, and a Viper versus the more, I believe, should be aggressive comp of Gold, of a Yoru, a Killjoy, maybe a Fade being hovered. We haven't seen much of her. Fade only recently came out. A Reyna and an Omen. Fade is being locked in. This shall be interesting. Fade has a couple of lineups on split, and we shall see if they're going to be used. They are very good lineups that pull the attackers up and hold them in a spot where they cannot aim. Or, I guess, Valorant has a system where if you aren't standing still, you don't have 100% accuracy, and that is exactly what the Fade does. It makes them move, so they don't have 100% accuracy. Here we go. We are loaded into the scrim. Case v case. Gold versus green. Here we go. Both teams do have a Killjoy, which should be interesting. They are very good retakers on sites. It does lead for a lot of good opportunities with the Killjoy ulti, which is a giant circle, and if you're in that range by the time ends, you will get locked out of using anything you have, actually. You just kind of walk around. It allows for really good retakes, especially on split. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Round is starting. Here we go. Whoa! Aggressive splays coming out. Reyna finding a pick through the wall onto the sky. Killjoy turret coming out on the B site. We are looking for an aggressive B push. Reyna getting spotted, tagged a tad bit. Omen smoke coming out, forcing them to push through it if they want to advance. Green is rotating towards mid, it looks like. Omen is covering mid, and so is the Fade. Fade Dog finding one, at least knowing they're there. Omen smoke coming out onto mid. Green does seem to be quick on their toes, rotating to A site. Shots coming out from Gold, not connecting. Killjoy watching flank. Should see the Omen with knife out. Close call. Omen surviving with a little bit of health left. Yoru finding a pick onto Reyna. Killjoy Molly finding a pick. Oh, double coming out here from Gold. Maybe looking for a triple here to end out the round. Gold playing a bit aggressive here, rushing the Killjoy that's alive. With their knives out. Killjoy finding one. Killjoy finding two. Killjoy with a triple. Fade finally picking up the kill. It does seem that Gold decided to go for a knife round there as a little bit of a joke. And it may have cost them. That Killjoy now has a bit of extra money in her pocket. Both of these comps have people that need time to get it set up on sites. So for Green there, that Viper wall was used on B, which means it could not be used on A. They will have to pretty much decide a site that they want to push and try to take it. Otherwise, two of their characters get very little value. Yoru Flash immediately coming out. Viper wall coming out on B site. 3 pushing immediately in. This is a fast rush from Green. Shots through the Viper wall coming out, not connecting. Reyna has Phantom. Sky Hawk coming out, catching somebody. Reyna blind coming out, up in the air, getting shot down immediately. Omen finding one from up top. Reyna finding one from the bottom. Viper finding one through the smoke. Fade Orb coming out, spotting out one. Double kill here. Triple. That is the round. Spike did get planted, so it will be stalled out a little bit. Ends up giving Killjoy one more ult point and a bit extra cash for defusing. That was a fast round there. I believe they thought that they were just going to rush in there with low eco. And that was a good attempt. It did nearly work. It was very interesting to watch, at least, and I was not prepared for it. It did get good. They did get the spike planted, at least. That was a good try. I believe they will, now that they have a bit more money, both teams going for a full buy. I believe they're going to look for an A side push. Here we go. Omen smoke's coming out. Fade spotting 3 out here, actually. Killjoy getting caught in a corner. Fade knows where it is. Killjoy being bitten by a Fade Dog. A second one coming out towards the Killjoy. Unfortunately not connecting. Skyhawk coming out. Looking for trades here. Second Skyhawk out. Being dodged. Omen Flash coming out. Fade peeking. Fade being picked off by Beep Bop Boop, the Sage. Yoru Flash coming out. Killjoy finding a second. Killjoy finding, I believe that is the third. Sorry, that was only the second.
Heal up, squad.
Defender's Killjoy's setup being burnt.
Out of healing.
I believe only turret is left.
One enemy.
Gold
remaining.
Reyna finding a triple, as green Killjoy finds a triple as well. Here we go. They are deciding to rotate towards B site. I believe Killjoy does read that. They should both meet on B, and we shall see how this goes. It is a 1v2 situation. Killjoy is close to
30
ulti,
seconds left.
and Green's Killjoy does have the ulti. It could be a save round if Killjoy decides to end up using that ult. Spike is coming down, being planted.
Down.
Killjoy looking for a flank here.
Alarm bot out.
An interesting play. Alarm bot being placed. Molly's being placed. This is a deadly combo because you don't even have to look to know if they're on there. If that alarm bot gets triggered, you trigger the grenade, and then they are forced off that. Killjoy looking for a push here. Knife out. Phantom. Oh, being caught out. Green's Killjoy with a 4K. Beautiful plays from both sides there. Killjoy saving the ulti for the next round as well. It is 2-1 here in favor of gold currently.
Drop.
We are. I believe we should be looking for full buys here.
Thank you.
Both teams have enough, if not enough individually, but enough as a team to buy each other if they need. Valorant does have a system to buy your teammates things if they do not have enough cash to. That makes this game so interesting. Here we go. Round again starting. Viper wall coming out immediately on B site. Gold does know where they want to push. Reyna finding a one tap onto the Killjoy. Fade, I believe, spotting one. Spotting two. Util being tossed back and forth here. We are just looking for something. Fade Dog finding one, biting the Reyna, blinding her temporarily. I believe that is another Fade ability coming out. Finding no one, unfortunately. It looks like both teams are kind of waiting for something to happen. Reyna blind coming out, peeking onto site, finding nobody that wants to peek the Reyna. Fade finding one onto Reyna. The Reyna in a corner with a Vandal trying to find one. Gets one. Unfortunately being picked up by the Sage. Omen TP knows where this Sage is and is looking for it. Blind coming out. Looking for the pick on the Sky here.
Remaining.
Trading one for one. Beep Bop Boo with a triple. Unfortunately, not enough. Good play from both teams. And gold is up here again. Up 2 rounds this time. I will get some water again while we have a little break. Make sure to drink water while watching stream. This could go on for a while. Valorant games usually last about 30 minutes, maybe. Alright, here we go. Round starting in a couple of seconds. Killjoy being set up on A site here. Killjoy is so valuable as a defender because she does have time to set up onto sites and deny that push from attackers. Util being traded. Fade, I believe, finding 5 there. Massive Util out of Fade.
You should run.
Fade Dog being shot. Killjoy ulti coming out for attackers here. Unfortunately, Viper being picked off. But then Reyna. Oh, we have a lot of trades coming out here. It is now a 4-2 for gold side. The ulti only finding one for Killjoy. Shots fired. We are not connecting yet.
Last player standing.
Omen smoke coming out. One tap from the Reyna. Team ace. Beautiful plays from both sides here. I believe I am slowly losing my voice. I will try to keep it for the rest of this game. Let's see how this goes. Both teams have enough eco to look for buys here if they would like. Maybe one would like to save. Maybe we see an AWP this game. That'd be interesting. AWP is the most expensive weapon in the game, and it can one-shot anybody as long as it is the chest or above. Very valuable, high risk, high reward.
Blinding.
Round is starting. Skydog coming out, finding the fake Yoru. Finding the real Yoru, too. Value onto the Skydog to find the Yoru and bait out one of the decoys. Green having 5 in mid here. Yoru TPing away to a better spot.
We'll catch them.
Fade ability coming out. Locking the Killjoy into place here. Fade Dog coming out, being shot unfortunately. Yoru finding a pick onto Sky here. Reyna blind coming out, instantly being shot down. May have been enough. Yoru ulti coming, spotting the entire team. Unfortunately, that Fade was being picked. Yoru falling too. Omen finding a double. Killjoy finding one as well.
Round B.
There's a 3-1 here, as Viper is the last one alive. Spike is out of our hands. We can just wait. They can wait for this to be over. Omen pushing fast, finding a triple onto the Viper. Beautiful plays from both sides here. It is 5-1 in Gold's favor. A reminder, this does go to 13 rounds. We still do have some time for Green to look for a comeback, even in this half. This is a interesting game where both teams again buying out here. It seems like every round these teams have Vandals and Heavies. They are ecoing incredibly well. Reminder, the game was just played if you were looking for the Gold game. Green was canceled by a forfeit. They didn't have enough players. And Case did win both matches this week. This is just an internal scrim between Case teams to practice and get better. Case's attacker is looking for a slow push. The Reyna is now waiting for someone to push in. Sky Dog coming out. I believe this guy should find the Reyna. Finding Reyna. Oh, Reyna is being rushed by 5 people here. Finding a double. Beautiful. Finding a triple! Reyna finding a triple, and that Yoru picking one through as well. There is one left alive for Green in a corner. Gold does know where they are. Finding the blind. Sky picking one. Sky picking two. Sky with a triple kill so far. It is now a 1v2. Defender Killjoy ulti coming out. Fade finding the pick. 6-1 in favor of Gold here. The Killjoy ulti did come out, meaning that Gold only has 2 left. They have the Reyna ulti and they have the Fade ulti. While Green has 4 ultis of Sage, Sky, Viper, and Reyna. They could look to use some ultis this round to try to swing stuff in their favor. Round starting slowly. Killjoy does have time to set up for defenders. Round has started. It looks like both teams are trying to buy at least best they can. Killjoy finding a 1-tap onto Gold's Omen. Beautiful pick early in the round. They are looking for a quick play here.
Take hold.
Fade is defending up top. Both Mollies and alarm bot being popped. Killjoy, Defender Killjoy finding one, sorry. I forget there are 2. Defender Killjoy is now caught in a corner. Sage Slow is coming through. This isn't looking good. So, Gold's Killjoy finding a second. Util being used to try to bait the other team. Reyna finding one on the Viper. Reyna finding a second.
Remaining.
There is one left again. Sky in the corner. Reyna finding a triple kill. Beautiful round. From both sides here again. They're playing pretty slow, and it is working for both of them. It is one team finds a couple extra picks and just pushes on it. I unfortunately do need water again. Give me just a minute, please. It looks like a 5-man B push here for the attacker side. It is 7-1 currently. Reminder that attackers do have 4 out of their 5 ultis. The blind coming out. Reyna finding a tap. Viper also finding a pick onto the Omen here. Reyna and Viper, the 2 with kills in this round. Viper Molly coming out to deter the attackers, defenders. Reyna finding a second here. Reyna finding a triple. Fake Yoru coming out. Reyna finding a quadra. Maybe looking for the 5k. Reyna with an ace here. Beautiful plays from Gold Team, acing the defenders. Reminder, or I guess, for anyone who doesn't know, acing means that you killed all 5 members of the other team. It is an achievement and a half to get. Beautiful plays coming out for Reyna there. Reyna did get ulti off that. Defenders have 2 ultis of Reyna and Fade, and attackers have all 5 ultis. This could be a just dump of ultis to try to push onto site here as a last resort. Viper wall coming out here. Looking for a slower push. Omen blinding 4. Omen finding 1. Killjoy finding 1 as well. Omen finding a second. Omen finding 2. Well, attacker's Killjoy only finds 1. Sage Res coming out. Attacker Killjoy finding a second. Fake Yoru blinding at least 1. Second running into the Omen smoke. It is a 3v4 here for gold. Looking for something. Finding 1. Yoru evening out to a 3v3 here. Killjoy finding 1. Unfortunately being traded. Killjoy getting 1 and then dying to the Viper. It is a 2v2, 1v2 as I speak. Reyna finding a long-range shot.
No charges.
Fade is the last one alive, does have ulti, could look for a play here. Plant is coming down, Fade ulti coming out. The plant did get stopped for it. Buying some time here. Viper ulti coming out for attackers. Good plays, both good ultis here. Getting a lot of use. Fade ability coming out, spotting 1 being shot down instantly. Fade will have to push into this Viper smoke eventually. It does deal damage, but when you leave it, it gets health, but it's good for the Viper because they have to push into you. Finding the pick on Viper, smoke's coming down. Fade in a 1v1 against the Reyna, both playing ring around the Rosie right now. Finding a second, Fade clutching the round for gold. Beautiful plays, beautiful ults. Oh my. Amazing clutch here. That is good plays. Reminder, the ultis are now 1 for gold and 3 for green. Even though that they did lose the round, they did get an ulti out from their side. That could be useful. It's a Fade ulti. It is a kind of an aerial denial and a scouting ulti. So they could look to play more aggressive now. And without the fear of being spotted out. It looks like a 5-man A push here with only Yoru defending it. Fake Yoru coming out and knows at least 1 is there now. Yoru may be calling for backup as there are many of gold players rotating over. Reyna Blind coming out. Reyna Hawk coming out. Or sorry, Skyhawk coming out. Attacker Killjoy ulti being placed. One of the ultis for green being used. They still have 2 left in their pocket. Placing the ulti, just using it for space. Fade finding 1 onto the sky. It is a 5v4. Green in a bad spot here, finding 1. Reyna finding 1. 5 to 2. 5 to... Oh my, many trades coming out here. 4 to 2 situation at the end of all of it. Reyna on defenders being left alive with... Reyna on attackers being left alive with ulti. There it is, popped out. Hoping to find and save this round. The defenders are playing more like attackers here, rushing the Reyna with ulti. Ooh, Sage fighting 1. Omen fighting the Reyna though. Ulti is down. Sage, the last one alive. Being tapped, unfortunately, by the Omen. 9 to 1 here. As this half looks to wrap up. There it is, the last round before the swap halves. We may be looking to use all credits, all util, and all ultis. That could be good for the defenders here, as they actually have 1 more ulti than the attackers do. They are coming up on 2 ultis as well, of the Yoru and the Fade. We could be looking for a really slow round to try to bait out the defenders' ultis. Or they try to play fast and just make it onto site and surprise the defenders. Skydog coming out, unfortunately being broken. Both Reyna flashes out. Fade throwing ability, finding 4 again, sorry. Reyna picking Sky. Fade Dog being shot. Second one coming out. Unfortunately being shot again. That Fade ability, unfortunately not grabbing anybody. Sky ulti coming out. Fade finding 1 onto the Reyna. Throwing Yoru decoy. Unfortunately in the smoke does not affect them. Omen from behind finding a triple kill. Omen to end the round. End this half, sorry. Finding a triple from behind. Here we have the round reset. All credits are at a low. You have 800 credits to start, and you have no alt points. It is a fresh half. Either team could be looking, or sorry, green could be looking to pull this back here with the fresh reset. Makes it so everything is even, and it relies on skill and util being placed and used in the right spots. I need some more water again. There are about 10 seconds before the round starts. Attackers stacking on A site here. I believe there are 5. As Gold looks for a 2 on B site, 2 on A site, and 1 in the mid strat here. Slow pushing onto site. Fake Yoru coming out. The real Yoru acting like a decoy to try to get by actually does buy him space. No one saw him, unfortunately. Fade ability coming out already. They have made space on to site. Sorry, I yawned. Fade finding the first pick of this half. A spike being planted. Viper slowly picking the Fade after. The Sky behind on the ropes to find the Yoru. Omen finding the Killjoy. Trades are flying out here. 3-3 situation. Sky healing up her team. May be the difference in this round. Believe the attackers may be... Reyna being picked off by... Oh, Reyna finding a pick onto the Omen here. Getting that dismiss, which makes her invincible for a short while and move faster. Reyna fighting pick onto the other Reyna. Killjoy finding one onto Viper. It is a 1v1 situation. Spike is planted. They do have to look for something here. Sky finding the 3k. Is that enough time to defuse? It's not. Even though they won in kills. Oh, unfortunate. The Sky dies to the Spike too. Even though they won the round in kills, they did not have enough time to defuse the Spike. Match point here for Gold. Looking to end this game out. They should be full buying. Both teams should full buy here. Because if they lose this round, it's over. And if they win it, that means they have full buy. Again, this is looking for a 12-1 here. We are looking to end this for Gold. Gold in the lead. No teams have ultis. It is too early in the round. At most, you're looking at a Omen ulti here if he gets a triple and ult orb. Whoa, shots flying out here. Fade being tagged. Low health, actually. May be a deterrent for trying to push. Spike is dropped, actually. Skyhawk coming out. Sky finding one onto Killjoy here. This is good. Looking for early picks and early damage. Omen finding one onto the Sky. Omen getting away. Sky being... Oh, Viper finding one onto the Omen. Good shots here. Sage healing. Again, there are select agents that can heal in this game, and it could be the difference between the rounds. Shots coming out, trading shots between marshals. Reyna finding one from ropes. Viper watching it, though. Reyna, Defender's Reyna finding one. Viper is now chasing, finds one onto the Reyna. It is a 1v3 here. Spike is sneakily being planted on A site. Defenders did not hear it. It was a distraction to plant the Spike. What will happen here will be interesting. It is still a 1v3 with a Fade on low health. Very little util. But the Spike is down. It could be looking for a stall. Or it could be looking to just play aggressive and try to win it through picks. Defenders creeping up on the site. That is the pick. Reyna finding it onto the Fade. Spike is being defused. It is 12-2. It is still match point. Spike being traded to someone who could get the ulti, who needs the ult orb more. Again, you do get ult points for defusing Spike and getting kills. So having someone who needs the ult orb defuse it gives them an ulti point and does put them farther ahead towards their ulti. It is a good strat and it's very low risk, as you know, there's no fear of accidentally, trying to die to get an ult point or anything. They're all ult orbs scattered throughout the map for the attackers to try to find. It does give off a loud noise though when you do start claiming it, letting them know that you are there. The defender, sorry. Omen smokes coming out. Both Omen smokes coming out. Sorry. Omen blind coming out. Viper Molly thrown into that, breaking the armor of Gold here. Omen with an aggressive TP, knowing that Viper's there. Sky finding a pick onto Fade. Both teams are getting a bit clustered here. Sorry, clustered, not clustered. Grouped together. I believe Reyna watching ropes. Oh, Sky finding a second here. Killjoy finding one onto Omen. Skyhawk coming out. Blinding one. Omen still. Yoru in corner finding one. Viper finding one on with Marshall here onto Killjoy. Yoru last one alive, and it is a 4-0. Green only losing one member of this game. This round, sorry. That is the second round that Green has won. Maybe looking for a reverse sweep here. Well, there is a small break in action. I need some more water. And here we go. Round starting in 5 seconds. Again, defenders with a 2-1-2. 2 on B side, 1 in mid, 2 on A side. It is a good strat to give Omen ulti coming out early this round. Reyna finding a pick on to Killjoy. Looking for something here. Both teams playing slowly, trying to look for a pick, trying to look for intel on where people are. I believe that is Killjoy spotting somebody. Shots flying out here. Fade dog coming, finding the trail, biting the sky up top. Omen finding one on the flank here. Killjoy finding somebody in. Oh, Killjoy finding somebody, and the turret also finding somebody. The value Killjoy has of spotting somebody out, even when you're not there. It is a 4 to 2. Sorry, I say that.
Found one.
Sky ulti coming out for the defenders here. Sky ulti gives information on where they are and stuns if the person does let it get close enough to them. Skyhawk coming out. They do know where they are. They do know they are still around
Last
B
player
side.
standing.
Sky finding I believe this is the second kill of the round. Ping's coming out. Spike is safe. It is in the defender's hand.
30 seconds left.
This could be round over, and they could just look for a save because Spike is irretrievable right now, being guarded by 2 people and a Sage wall. You're looking for something here, looking for a pick maybe. Finding one onto the Sage. Could be looking to just ruin the eco as Viper is holding close with a
10
shotgun
seconds
here.
left.
Yoru, I believe, is going for a save here. Looking just to find a pick onto the enemy team, just to mess with their eco a little bit. Put them off levels. That is the round. Defenders, 3rd round in a row here. It is a 12-4 match. Defenders taking this 3 in a row here. It is quite interesting to see this comeback. Again, that is the power of round swap. Everything becomes even again. No matter how many rounds in a row they've won, or how many picks they got that round, everything becomes even again. And it's just looking for that early snowball into a better and larger snowball, and just hope it keeps growing.
Time to jump.
Here we go. Round started. Yoru TP coming out early. Looking for an A site push this time instead of B. Both Omen smokes coming out. Shots being fired. Don't know if it was at an enemy. Reyna blinds coming out as well. Omen TPing up top. Spike is being planted here. This will force the defenders to push onto site. They are now on the clock, looking for a moment to push onto Spike. 2 kills coming out here. Fade picking the double. Fade getting a triple. Sky getting 1 on the Reyna. Reyna ulti coming out. Omen finding 1. Reyna in ulti finding 1 as well. Here we are. Reyna ulti will give her a faster fire rate and a more advantage in a fight.
Cover go.
Reyna pushing down into the Yoru, finding 1 again. Killjoy.
Last player standing.
Reyna with a triple here. Reyna with a quadra. Will that be enough time to defuse?
Don't rush me.
This will be close. I believe that's just enough time. Just enough time. 0.08 seconds. That was a beautiful play from Reyna there, using the ulti to secure the round. That is the 4th round in a row for defenders. They could be looking for a reverse sweep. Attackers looking for something here. They're full buying. It could... Or sorry, yes, they are full buying. Both teams are full buying here. It could just be a save round that they did there to try to get this full buy and win.
Cutting their vision.
It looks like they are pushing B side this time. Spotting the Reyna out, not connecting anything, but they do know that they are now pushing B side. Omen blind coming out, not finding anybody. Omen TP coming out, being spotted by the Reyna, getting 1. Defenders Reyna is doing a very good job of stopping these early pushes. Attacker Killjoy ulti coming out onto B side, denying them that push. The defenders push on the site, creating space for the attackers. Skyhawk coming out. Does not seem to phase the Reyna. Fade ulti coming out too. Both ultis. 0 players detained by the Killjoy ulti. but did push them off site. Fade unfortunately being picked off. Killjoy finding one. Reyna finding a second of this round. It is now a 2v3 situation. Yoru Flash coming out, finding somebody. Yoru does not push off of it though. Yoru finding one. This is now a 2v2.
One enemy
It is
remaining.
now a 2v1. The defender being surrounded here, unfortunately. Finding the third, ending the game, 13-5. That is the end of this scrim. Gold team winning. Yoru finding his triple that round. That was an amazing game to watch and cast. Again, I am your host. I am Jay. I'm Coldy Cold. I played a couple Valorant esports before. Sorry. I believe that is all for today. Maybe we could find some more interviews. I shall see. I'll see if I can get some more interviews. This time from a green team. Remember, we do have more games this week. Valorant has, I believe, one more for both teams for green and gold. I believe one will be streamed. I believe we will get a interview here from green team, 2 members here, to talk to about the scrim and how they think that went. While we wait, we do have upcoming games. Again, remember, we have one on Thursday, I believe. Sorry, multitasking is very hard, trying to set up interviews and getting all this good set up. I believe we should have some people joining momentarily to talk about the game. There we go.
Damien's coming.
I see, Alright. We'll wait a little bit until that then,
Alright.
before we get the question started.
I can go get him again if you need me to.
It is,
Oh, never mind.
there he is. Alright. Alright, now that both of you are here, how do you guys feel how that game went?
It went pretty good. I mean,
We-
they won, and we could
Yeah.
learn from a couple of things.
Yeah. That probably wasn't our best game that we've played together as a team.
Alright. You know, what did you guys think going into this? What were you guys, thinking about? Were you nervous? Were you excited? Were you like, let's go into
was
this, let's try a
excited.
special comp?
I was like, we're gonna win this, and then, well, we lose sometimes. It happens.
Yeah, and I was going into it. I was excited because it's our first kind of scrimmage / game of the year, or the season. So it was fun.
Especially an internal scrim against your fellow classmates, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. And going
No,
up against all these higher ranks, it was kind of a little bit challenging because they know how to hold better angles and like peaks than us.
Honestly though, I'm looking forward to doing it again. That was really fun.
Yeah, especially Thursday since we have our first actual game.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys did have a forfeit this week, right? Or today, sorry.
Yeah,
Not this
yeah,
week.
it was a
Yeah.
forfeit. Yeah,
I was kind of looking forward to that game, but things happened.
yeah, yep.
It is, yeah, that is quite unfortunate. That is alright, though. You guys did get to at least scrim today. And
Mhm.
I believe you have practice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, I guess what did you guys learn from this scrim? What did you, what'd you take out of it?
That's a really good question.
We probably need to just work a little bit more with like how we hold angles.
Yes, this is something that we're definitely gonna have to do, but we can do it.
Yep. All we got to do is just practice. And
We will
hopefully,
rematch at some point.
yes.
Practice does make perfect, especially in games that require aim.
Yeah.
For real.
I believe that is kind of all I have to ask you guys.
All right.
Alrighty then.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for your time again.
Oh yeah, thanks for having us and streaming for us actually.
Of course, of course.
All right. Well, you have a good night.
You too.
Peace.
All right, that is, I believe, it for today. We do have a game upcoming soon. Both teams will be playing again. A reminder that Case did end up taking home a dub for both games today. We do have 2 more this week, both green and gold play. I believe the schedule, we have the schedule somewhere here, actually, if you want to pull that up. There we go. Green plays, both of these teams will play 4 matches on the same days against a ton of teams from all over the state. They will all be streamed here. Sorry, at least one of the games will be streamed each week, and maybe we stream the scrims as well. They will be streamed all at the same time, 4 p.m. CST start time. And I believe that is all we have this week. It has been an honor to be here. I am your host, Coldy Cold, and I will see you all next game.